Hi guys, Chris here from supersavvytravelers.com. Hey, I'm getting ready to take off for Aruba. I did my COVID test and I'm going to do a whole nother video on that, but I wanted to give you a warning. First of all, I want to plug my course because if you have studied my course, you're not going to fall for these particular things that I'm going to talk about right now. So stay tuned. Hi guys. Okay, so the warning. Thank you to all the people that email me various listings and things like that. I've gotten a lot of them that people are like, is this for real? And some of them are. Some of them are auctions and things like that, and that's okay. Those are fine as long as that's what you know you're getting. But again, today somebody sent me something. This was a listing in Scalea, and the listing showed a beautiful 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment with a gorgeous terrace and view, and it said 9,600 euros. And I went, what? Because I have never seen a property like that for 9,600 euros. So I checked out the listing, and it was very interesting. There was a lot of red flags, and I'm going to go through them one by one because I want you to know what they are, and I want you to really understand that there are red flags. So the first one is it shows this, and then it goes down and it gives a list of different properties. The price on the 1-bedroom was 9,500 euros or 600 euros or whatever it was. The other ones were slightly more, but they were still ridiculously cheap for the area. I know what properties go for in Scalea. I'm all over the property pages daily there, and these are way too cheap. So I went, okay, there's something going on. Now, a couple of things that I saw that I pulled out as red flags for you. The first was say, hey, we don't have any viewing trips until further notice. And they say because COVID, right? Well, that right there is a red flag. If somebody wants to come from another country or whatever, you can come there. It's only certain Americans and things like that that can't go, but if you were coming from, say, Spain or France or whatever, you could. So that's a red flag. Secondly, they said, oh, we have a 15% discount if you buy remotely. And I thought, that's very interesting. I wouldn't do that in a month of Sundays. No way. Okay, another one is that they promise that the rental income on Airbnb is 100 to 150 euros per night. Now, again, we have Airbnbs in the area, and something like what you would probably get for 9,500 euros would not rent for $100 a night or euros a night, and it would not rent for 150 euros a night, and it may not even rent at all. Okay, so in essence, you don't know what you're getting. You see a picture of a beautiful property with an address, which is great, but that's not what you're getting. All right, the biggest thing was the prices were ridiculously low for the area. Like I said, in Scalea, you know, in that particular area where this was, with that view, with that balcony, with those 2 bedrooms and everything else, you're not going to find it for 9,500 euros. So I thought, okay, well, let me just prove it to myself. I already know that, but I'll prove it to myself. And I went on Idealista, which is my favorite site because they have the most listings. And I said, let me look. The cheapest thing I could find was 25,000 euros for an apartment with no view and like a 1-bedroom. So understand that when you see stuff like that that's ridiculously low, that it's probably not for real. You're going to be seeing something else or getting something else. They go, oh yeah, we provide assistance with financing. Okay, scary. And they have the attorney and translator. Like you show up, you don't have your attorney. It's their attorney and their translator. And they talk about coming and signing the papers, you know, way after. Like you can buy it now. You can actually pay right now and wire the money and then come sign it later. I don't know if anybody ever does that. I would highly recommend that you don't even think about it. Okay, another thing is this was listed as private seller, and I saw the name and it was an American woman's name, and I'm like, that's very interesting. This was on rightmove.com and realtor.com. Now understand that these listing websites, the people that list on there are independent agents, okay? And they may or may not be vetted by realtor.com or rightmove.com or even idealista.com. So understand that before you go in, okay? Get a trusted agent. Now, it said private seller, but I noticed that she had several apartments in Scalea. And then I looked on Rightmove and she had a bunch of other apartments in Santa Maria del Cedro with the pictures and everything else. Again, ridiculously cheap. Best case, what they're offering is not the purchase of a property, but it is the purchase of a long-term rental. Okay, that's maybe 30 years or whatever. Now, those have their own problems that I went over in a video on here that I actually addressed that whole thing. Okay, now long-term rentals have their own problem, and I did a video that addressed those problems, so you can go check out that video as well. I wouldn't recommend them, especially not in an area where we are, where everything is relatively inexpensive anyway. So best case, it's a long-term rental. Worst case, it's a flat-out scam. I don't want to weigh in, but you probably can guess which way I'm leaning, okay? There's a lot of obfuscation, a lot of hiding things, a lot of false advertising and stuff on this particular listing that I saw, or I don't know about the other one, but this particular listing, there was a picture of something that obviously you weren't going to get. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Please, please, please research your agents really, really well. Of course, in the area of the Riviera dei Cedri, where we are, in Praia Mare, Tortora, Scalea, Santa Maria del Cedro, Diamante, and down to Belvedere, we recommend Ivan De Luca. We have worked with him for years. If you want his email, please email me at info@supersavvytravelers.com. Okay, so I think I've proofed you up against the bad deals and the things you might want to avoid. Now, let me put in another pitch for my course, because if you do my course, you'll be on the lookout for things like this, and you'll know. So don't forget to subscribe. I think the button's on this side. Don't forget to like this and comment, and email me at info@supersavvytravelers.com if you're looking for properties. We can help you.